Today we will learn how to use merge function in R. Merge function is basically used to combine two or merge two different data frames. For example, I have two data frames. One is sales data, right? Let me quickly show you how the sales data looks like. It consists of store ID, unique identifier for a store, category name, which is a unique identifier for a category, say milk and butter, and sales of that category in a particular store, right? For example, first row is the sales of category A in store 1. Similarly, units data consists of two other parameters apart from store ID and category name. One is units sold, number of units sold for that particular category in that particular store, and number of parking spaces available in that store. So this will remain same for all the categories, right? Because it is a feature of a store, not of a category. Now I want to join these two data sets. In order to join these two data sets, first I need to check the structure of the data. So data frame 1, which is sales data, consists of three variables: store, category and sales, whereas data frame 2 consists of four variables. One is store, category, units sold, and parking space available. Now I want to merge these two data sets, but keep this in mind that the unique identifier for these two data frames is store as well as category. So I want to merge these two data sets on the basis of two keys, right? So in order to merge two data set, the function is merge. In the first argument, you need to write the name of the first data frame, which is sales data. The second argument, you need to write the name of the second data frame, which is units data. And now in the third argument, you need to write the key of first data frame, which is sales data. So the argument is by.x is equal to, and you have to create a vector of those key using the C function, and your key should be in quotes, right? Similarly, you have to write the key of data frame 2, which is by dot using the argument by dot y, and again you have to write the name of keys in quotes. And then the last argument, which is the fifth argument, is all dot x is equal to true. That means here I want all the records of sales data to be present in the master data or the merge data, right? So this type of join is called left join. Let me just execute this. So your merge data now consists of 14 records, right? And here you can see that for store 2 category F, sales is available but unit sold is not available because this particular entry is not there in units data, right? Quickly moving on to right join, which has the same argument. And now instead of left table, I want all the records of units data to be present in the final output. So the only thing which I need to change here is by dot all dot y is equal to true. So this will keep all the records of right table, which is units data, in the final record. Now let me see how the merge data look like now. This consists of all the 14 records, but the category C in store 1, there are NAs in sales data because this particular category is not present in the sales data. For all the other category it is present. Now the next type of join is the inner join, which is basically the common of both the table. Here you don't need to specify all dot x or all dot y. You just need to execute this and this will keep the common records of both the tables. Now you can see that there's only 13 records present in the table, right? Because it will keep only the common keys which are available in the data set. Last type of join is the full join. Full join basically keeps all the records of both the data sets. All you need to do is all is equal to true. In the last argument, execute this. This consists of 15 records, right? And NA will be specified where the entries are missing in either of the data sets.